you ever dreamed of a place so vast and wild it takes your breath away? Welcome to the heart of Alaska, where adventure awaits at every turn. Today, we're journeying into one of the most incredible wilderness areas on the planet, Denali National Park. This isn't just a park. It's a 6 million-acre kingdom of untamed beauty, and we're about to uncover its greatest wonders. So grab your virtual parka, because things are about to get epic. Our journey begins with the undisputed monarch of this land, the mountain that gives the park its name, Denali, standing at a staggering 20,310 feet. Denali is not just a mountain, it's a force of nature. It's the highest peak in all of North America, a colossal giant of rock and ice that creates its own weather systems. The native Athabascan people called it the Great One, and when you see it for yourself, you'll understand why. On a clear day, its snow-covered summit seems to pierce the very sky. A brilliant white beacon against the deep blue canvas of the Alaskan heavens. Seeing Denali in person is a humbling experience, a powerful reminder of nature's sheer scale and grandeur. It's a sight that stays with you long after you've left. But the majesty of Denali National Park isn't just about its towering peak. The park is a thriving, living ecosystem, a sanctuary for some of North America's most iconic wildlife. Imagine driving along the single, winding road that cuts through the park and spotting a massive moose with its incredible antlers, peacefully grazing in a willow thicket. Picture a grizzly bear sow teaching her cubs how to forage for berries on a vast open tundra. Or perhaps you'll be lucky enough to hear the distant, haunting howl of a wolf pack echoing through the valleys at dusk. The park is also home to graceful caribou, nimble Dall sheep that navigate impossibly steep cliffs, and a variety of smaller creatures and birds. This isn't a zoo. This is the real deal. The animals roam free, and every sighting is a genuine, electrifying moment of connection with the wild. Now, how do you experience all this magnificence? For the truly adventurous, lacing up your hiking boots and exploring the park's backcountry is an unparalleled experience. There are few established trails, which means you have the freedom to forge your own path across the tundra and through the boreal forests. It's a challenging but incredibly rewarding way to immerse yourself in the wilderness. But what if you want a perspective that's truly out of this world? Then you need to take to the skies. A scenic flight or a helicopter tour around Denali is, without a doubt, one of the most unforgettable experiences you can have. From the air, the sheer scale of the landscape becomes breathtakingly clear. You'll soar over jagged peaks, vast glaciers that carve through the valleys like frozen rivers, and braided, milky blue glacial streams. Some tours even offer a glacier landing, where you can actually step out onto an ancient river of ice, surrounded by a silence so profound it feels sacred. It's a perspective that makes you feel both incredibly small and infinitely connected to the planet. The views are simply beyond words, a memory etched in your mind forever. Denali is more than just a destination. It's an experience that awakens the spirit of adventure within all of us. It's a place where the air is crisp, the views are endless, and the sense of wildness is palpable. Whether you're watching a grizzly from a safe distance, hiking across the vibrant tundra, or flying high above the highest peak in North America, Denali will change you. It is a testament to what our world can be when we allow nature to remain truly wild and free. Number 2. Glacier Bay National Park. We're re-embarking on an epic journey to one of the planet's most dramatic and dynamic landscapes. Glacier Bay National Park in Alaska. Forget everything you think you know about national parks, because this one is a world of ice, water, and incredible wildlife. It's a place where you can witness the raw power of nature in real time. And trust me, it's an experience that will stick with you forever. So grab your virtual parka and let's set sail into the heart of the Ice Age. Glacier Bay isn't your typical drive-through park. In fact, most of it is inaccessible by road. The absolute best way to experience its grandeur is from the water. Imagine yourself on the deck of a cruise ship, or, for the more adventurous, paddling a kayak through a fjord. You're surrounded by towering snow-capped peaks, and the air is crisp and clean. The silence is profound, broken only by the cry of a distant bird or the gentle lapping of water against your vessel. It's a truly immersive experience that makes you feel incredibly small in the face of such immense natural beauty. The main event, of course, is the glaciers. These aren't just static rivers of ice. They are living, moving giants. Glacier Bay is home to several active tidewater glaciers, which means they flow all the way down from the mountains and meet the sea. You'll cruise for hours, getting closer and closer, the anticipation building with every mile. The ice glows with an almost supernatural blue light from within, a color so intense it seems unreal. The sheer scale is mind-boggling, with faces of ice rising hundreds of feet out of the water. Then you hear it. It starts as a low rumble, like distant thunder. Everyone on the boat goes silent, scanning the massive wall of ice. Suddenly, a colossal chunk, sometimes the size of a multi-story building, cracks and splits away from the glacier's face. It hangs in the air for a breathtaking second before crashing into the ocean with a deafening roar. This is called calving, and it sends a massive wave radiating outwards. It's a visceral, awe-inspiring display of nature's power that you can feel in your chest. It's a humbling reminder that this landscape is constantly changing, being sculpted right before your very eyes. But the spectacle doesn't end with the ice. Glacier Bay is a sanctuary for an astonishing array of wildlife, all thriving in these nutrient-rich waters. As you cruise through the bay, keep your eyes peeled. It's almost guaranteed you'll see humpback whales. You might see them surface for a breath, their powerful spouts shooting into the air. Or, if you're incredibly lucky, witness a full breach where they launch their entire 40-ton body out of the water. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. The shores and floating ice chunks serve as haulouts for stellar sea lions, their booming barks echoing across the water. You'll see them piled on top of each other, sunning themselves and occasionally slipping back into the frigid sea. Look closely at the rocky cliffs, and you might spot mountain goats navigating impossibly steep terrain. And don't forget to look for the smaller, equally charming residents. Puffins, with their colorful beaks and clumsy-looking flight, are a common and delightful sight, often bobbing in the water in large groups. Sea otters float on their backs, cracking open shells on their chests, completely unbothered by the giant cruise ships passing by. Glacier Bay National Park is more than just a destination. It's a living classroom and a powerful testament to the beauty and fragility of our planet. It's a place that connects you to the deep geological time of our world, while also showcasing the vibrant pulse of life today. Whether you're a photographer, a wildlife lover, or just someone seeking a truly unforgettable adventure, this Alaskan treasure delivers on every level. Number 3. Anchorage is a bustling, modern city. But what makes it truly special is its incredible proximity to the wild. It's where urban life and untamed nature don't just coexist, they blend seamlessly. One minute you could be sipping a craft coffee in a trendy downtown cafe, and the next you're face to face with a moose on a city trail. It's that kind of place. Anchorage is perfectly nestled between the stunning Chugach Mountains and the Cook Inlet, giving you a playground of epic proportions right at your doorstep. Imagine waking up, looking out your window, and seeing towering snow-capped peaks calling your name. The access to outdoor adventure here is simply unparalleled. You don't need to drive 4 hours to find it. It's literally right there. The city is crisscrossed with over 135 miles of paved multi-use trails, like the famous Tony Knowles Coastal Trail. This 11-mile path hugs the shoreline of Cook Inlet, offering breathtaking views of the water, distant mountains, and maybe even a beluga whale sighting if you're lucky. You can bike it, run it, or just take a leisurely stroll and soak it all in. For the hikers and mountain lovers, the Chugach State Park is Anchorage's backyard. It's one of the largest state parks in the United States, with countless trails for all skill levels. You can take a quick, rewarding hike up Flat Top Mountain for panoramic views of the city and surrounding ranges, or you can venture deeper into the park for a multi-day backpacking trip. The feeling of being so close to such a vast wilderness while the city hums below is truly unique to Anchorage. You get the best of both worlds. The comfort and amenities of a major city, and the raw, rugged beauty of the Alaskan wild. But Anchorage isn't just a gateway, it's a destination in its own right. The city is a hub of culture and history. You can spend a day at the Anchorage Museum, where art, history, and science collections tell the fascinating story of Alaska and its people, or visit the Alaska Native Heritage Center to experience the rich traditions of Alaska's 11 major cultural groups through storytelling, dance, and authentic demonstrations. The food scene is also fantastic, with a focus on fresh, local seafood. You haven't lived until you've tried fresh-caught Alaskan salmon or halibut right here in Anchorage. Because of its central location and excellent infrastructure, including the state's largest airport, Anchorage serves as the perfect base camp for nearly every Alaskan adventure imaginable. Whether you're planning to go flight seeing over Denali, take a boat tour to see glaciers carving into the sea, go bear viewing in Katmai, or hop on the historic Alaska Railroad, your journey will most likely start and end here. Tour operators for everything from fishing trips to glacier hiking are headquartered in Anchorage, making it incredibly convenient to plan and launch your excursions. It's the logistical hub that connects you to the vastness of the state. So, when you think of Alaska, remember Anchorage. It's more than just a stopover. It's a dynamic city that offers a perfect blend of urban sophistication and wild adventure. It's a place where you can experience the full spectrum of what Alaska has to offer, all in one incredible location. Number 4. Fairbanks. We're heading way up north to a city that's truly magical. A place where the sky puts on the most incredible light show on Earth. We're talking about Fairbanks, Alaska, the golden heart of the last frontier. If seeing the aurora borealis, the northern lights, is on your bucket list, then you absolutely need to stick around. Because Fairbanks is, without a doubt, one of the best places in the world to witness this celestial ballet. So, what makes Fairbanks so special for aurora viewing? It all comes down to location, location, location. Fairbanks sits right under what's called the auroral oval, a massive ring of energy above the Earth's geomagnetic North Pole. This prime position means that when the sun sends charged particles our way, Fairbanks gets a front row seat to the action. The viewing season here is long, running from late August all the way through late April. That gives you a massive 8-month window to plan your trip. During these months, if you stay for at least 3 nights and are actively looking for the lights during the peak hours, your chances of seeing them are over 90%. That's an incredible statistic. To maximize your chances, you'll want to get away from the city lights. While you can sometimes see the aurora from downtown Fairbanks, the experience is 1,000 times better when you're out in the wilderness under a blanket of stars. There are tons of tour operators that will take you to prime viewing locations, like cozy heated cabins, yachts, or lodges perched on hilltops with panoramic views. Imagine sipping a hot chocolate in a warm lodge, waiting for the sky to erupt in vibrant greens, purples, and reds. It's an experience that's impossible to describe. Fully, it's something you have to feel. These guides are experts. They track the aurora forecast. They know the best spots. And they make sure you re-comfortable while you wait for nature's greatest spectacle. But Fairbanks isn't just a one-trick pony. There's so much more to this city than just the northern lights. After a long, cold night of aurora hunting, what could be better than soaking in a natural hot spring? Just a scenic hour's drive from Fairbanks is the world-famous Chaina Hot Springs Resort. This place is an oasis in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness. The main attraction is the rock-lined outdoor hot lake, where you can relax in mineral-rich waters averaging a toasty 106 degrees Fahrenheit. The real magic happens when it's freezing outside. You can be submerged in the warm water while your hair freezes into frosty, intricate sculptures. It's a surreal and uniquely Alaskan experience. The resort also has an incredible ice museum where you can marvel at giant ice carvings and even enjoy a drink from a glass made entirely of ice. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous and want to push your boundaries, Fairbanks is also your gateway to the Arctic Circle. This is a journey that few people in the world get to make, crossing that invisible line at 66.5 degrees north latitude. You can book a tour that will take you up the legendary Dalton Highway, a rugged road featured on the TV show Ice Road Truckers. You'll travel through vast, untouched wilderness, see the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, and learn about the unique challenges and beauty of life in the Arctic. Standing at the Arctic Circle sign is a true milestone moment, a testament to your adventurous spirit, whether you do it by van or even by a small plane for an aerial view. It's a profound journey into one of the planet's last great wildernesses. Fairbanks offers this incredible blend of raw, untamed nature and cozy, welcoming comfort. It's a place where you can spend your nights staring up at the cosmos in awe, your days exploring icy landscapes or thawing out in a geothermal spring. From dog sledding with a team of excited huskies through snowy forests to learning about the region's rich gold rush history, there's an adventure around every corner. It's a destination that reminds you of the power and beauty of the natural world. So, if you're looking for a trip that's truly out of this world, a journey that will leave you with memories to last a lifetime, put Fairbanks, Alaska at the very top of your list. Trust me, watching the aurora dance across the sky is a moment that will stay with you forever. Number 5. Kenai Fjords National Park. Kenai Fjords is a world where ice and ocean collide in the most spectacular fashion. The park is home to the Harding Icefield, one of the largest ice fields in the United States, which feeds nearly 40 glaciers that flow down into the sea. Imagine cruising through these dramatic, steep-walled fjords, the air crisp and clean, with the thunderous sound of a glacier calving in the distance. It's an earth-shattering roar as a massive chunk of ancient ice breaks free and crashes into the water. It's a humbling, unforgettable experience that reminds you of the immense power of our planet and the wildlife. It's simply off the charts. The nutrient-rich waters of the fjords create a thriving marine ecosystem. On a typical boat tour, you're almost guaranteed to see something incredible. Keep your eyes peeled for the gentle giants of the deep humpback whales and orcas. Watching a humpback breach, launching its entire body out of the water, is a moment that will stay with you forever. You'll also spot playful sea otters floating on their backs, cracking open shells on their bellies. Stellar sea lions will be barking from their rocky haulouts, and you'll see thousands of seabirds, including the adorable horned and tufted puffins nesting on coastal cliffs. It's a wildlife photographer's paradise. But the adventure doesn't stop at the water's edge. Kenai Fjords offers some of the most accessible and rewarding glacier hiking you can find. The star of the show is Exit Glacier, the only part of the park accessible by road. You can take an easy paved trail to get up close to the glacier's toe, where you can feel the cold air radiating off the ice and see the stunning, deep blue hues within its crevasses. For the more adventurous, the Harding Icefield Trail is an absolute must-do. It's a challenging 8-mile round-trip hike, but the payoff is one of the most epic views in any national park. As you climb above the tree line, the landscape opens up to a breathtaking panorama of the vast, seemingly endless expanse of the Harding Icefield. It looks like a frozen, white desert stretching to the horizon with jagged mountain peaks called nunataks piercing through the ice. Standing there, you truly feel like you're on top of the world. The best way to experience the full grandeur of Kenai Fjords is by combining a boat tour with some land-based exploration. The town of Seward is the gateway to the park and where most tours depart. You can choose from half-day or full-day cruises, some of which even take you all the way to the northwestern fjord, deep within the park's wilderness. For a more immersive experience, you can even go see kayaking, paddling among icebergs and getting a water-level view of the glaciers and wildlife. Imagine paddling quietly as a harbor seal pops its head up just a few feet away. It's a connection with nature that's hard to describe. Whether you're watching a whale's tail fluke disappear beneath the waves, listening to the crackle of a 10,000-year-old glacier, or standing in awe of a sweeping ice field, Kenai Fjords National Park delivers one powerful moment after another. It's a journey into a wild, dynamic landscape that's constantly changing, a vivid reminder of the beauty and force of the natural world. So, are you ready for an Alaskan adventure that will leave you completely breathless? Number 6. Juneau. Juneau, we're setting our sights on a city that's truly one of a kind. Juneau. Did you know that Juneau is the only state capital in the United States that you can't drive to? That's right, this remote and rugged gem is only accessible by boat or plane, making a trip here feel like a true adventure from the moment you start planning. Nestled between towering mountains and the Gastineau Channel, Juneau is a city where pristine wilderness isn't just nearby, it's part of the city itself. The downtown area is a charming mix of old and new, with historic storefronts and modern buildings sitting side by side, all under the watchful gaze of the surrounding peaks. The air here just feels different, crisp, clean, and filled with the promise of exploration. Now, let's talk about the absolute superstar of Juneau, the Mendenhall Glacier. Just a short drive from downtown, this colossal river of ice is breathtaking. It stretches for over 13 miles, and seeing its brilliant blue ice up close is a moment you'll never forget. There's an excellent visitor center with fantastic views, but the real magic happens when you hit the trails. You can hike to Nugget Falls, a powerful waterfall that thunders down right next to the glacier, creating a scene of raw, natural power that is simply awe-inspiring. For the more adventurous, you can even take a guided kayaking or canoeing trip on Mendenhall Lake, paddling among the icebergs with the glacier as your backdrop. It's an experience that makes you feel incredibly small in the best way possible. But the views don't stop there. For the best panoramic lookout over the entire area, you have to ride the Mount Roberts tramway. This cable car ascends 1,800 feet up the side of Mount Roberts, straight from the cruise ship docks. As you glide silently upwards, the view just gets better and better. First, you see the city spread out below you, then the vast expanse of the channel, and finally, the endless chain of islands and mountains disappearing into the horizon. Once you reach the top, you'll find the Mountain House, which offers a nature center, a theatre showing a film about the local Tlingit culture, and of course, more incredible vistas. But don't just stay at the top station. There are well-maintained hiking trails that lead you even higher into the alpine meadows. In the summer, these trails are bursting with wildflowers. It's a photographer's dream and a hiker's paradise. You might even spot some local wildlife like marmots or bald eagles soaring high above. Looking down on the cruise ships that look like tiny toys from up here really puts the scale of this landscape into perspective. Juneau is so much more than just a capital city. It's a gateway to the untamed spirit of Alaska. It's a place where you can witness the ancient power of a glacier in the morning and enjoy a delicious meal in a cozy downtown restaurant by evening. The unique blend of accessibility and isolation makes it a destination that feels both welcoming and wild. It's a reminder of nature's grandeur and our place within it. So, if you're looking for an Alaskan adventure that combines natural wonders with city comforts, Juneau should be at the very top of your list. Number 7, Skagway, the legendary town of Skagway. Stepping off the ship here is like stepping back in time, right into the heart of the Klondike Gold Rush. The entire town feels like a perfectly preserved movie set, with historic wooden boardwalks and beautifully restored buildings from the late 1800s. It's impossible not to feel the history buzzing in the air as you wander through these streets. Imagining the thousands of stampeders who once walked this very path, dreaming of gold and glory. The absolute must-do experience in Skagway is a ride on the White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad. This isn't just any train ride. It is a journey through history on a narrow-gauge railway that was carved out of the mountainside over a century ago. As the vintage train chugs its way up the steep inclines, you'll be treated to some of the most breathtaking scenery imaginable. We're talking cascading waterfalls, deep dramatic gorges, and expansive views of glacial valleys. It's a true marvel of engineering, and the stories behind its construction are just as incredible as the views. The train climbs nearly 3,000 feet in just 20 miles, passing iconic landmarks like Bridal Veil Falls, Inspiration Point, and the chillingly named Dead Horse Gulch. The narration on board brings the gold rush era to life, painting a vivid picture of the hardships and triumphs of the miners. You'll see remnants of the original trail they used, a treacherous path that tested the limits of human endurance. The vistas from the top, looking back down the valley toward Skagway and the shimmering waters of the Lynn Canal, are simply unforgettable. It's a panoramic spectacle of rugged, untouched wilderness. Back in town, the historical atmosphere continues. You can explore the Red Onion Saloon, once a bustling dance hall and bordello, now a lively pub and museum filled with fascinating artifacts. Or visit the Klondike Gold Rush National Historical Park Visitor Center to get a deeper understanding of the town's incredible past. Every shopfront, every street corner has a story to tell. You can even try your hand at gold panning and see if you have better luck than the prospectors of old. What makes Skagway so special is this perfect blend of captivating history and raw natural beauty. The town is nestled in a long, narrow valley, completely surrounded by towering, snow-capped mountains. The sheer scale of the landscape is awe-inspiring, whether you're hiking a local trail, taking a helicopter tour to a nearby glacier, or simply enjoying the view from the waterfront. The power of the Alaskan wilderness is all around you. Skagway isn't just a stop on an itinerary. It's an experience that transports you to another time and place. It is a chance to connect with a pivotal moment in North American history while being immersed in some of the most spectacular mountain scenery on the planet. From the click-clack of the historic train to the silent majesty of the surrounding peaks, Skagway leaves a lasting impression. It's a true gem of the Inside Passage, and a place you'll be talking about long after you've returned home. Number 8. Seward. If you've ever dreamed of seeing Alaska's dramatic coastlines and legendary wildlife up close, then you need to put Seward at the very top of your travel list. Nestled at the head of Resurrection Bay, Seward isn't just a pretty town with a stunning mountain backdrop. It is the official gateway to one of America's most spectacular natural treasures, Kenai Fjords National Park. This place is where the Ice Age still lingers. Imagine massive glaciers calving, sending house-sized chunks of ice crashing into the sea with a deafening roar. It's a raw, powerful display of nature that you have to see to believe. But what truly makes a trip from Seward unforgettable is the journey through those fjords. The best way to experience it is by boat. As you cruise out from the harbor, the water comes alive. Keep your eyes peeled because you're entering a world teeming with marine life. You'll see playful sea otters floating on their backs, cracking open shells for a snack. They are just impossibly cute, often carrying their pups on their bellies. Then you have the harbor seals, lazily sunbathing on floating chunks of ice, looking like big spotted sausages. They're so curious, often popping their heads out of the water to get a better look at the tour boats passing by. And of course, there are the stellar sea lions. You'll usually hear them before you see them, their loud barks echoing across the water from their crowded haul-out spots on rocky shores. It's a noisy, chaotic, and absolutely fascinating sight. But let's talk about the real giants of the deep. Seward is a premier destination for whale watching. Depending on the season, you have a fantastic chance of spotting humpback whales. Seeing one of these gentle giants breach, launching its entire 40-ton body out of the water, is a moment that will stay with you forever. And if you're really lucky, you might even spot pods of orcas, the magnificent black and white predators of the sea, slicing through the waves. The sheer scale and grace of these animals are humbling. Beyond the wildlife tours, Seward is an angler's paradise. This is where you come for some of the best fishing in Alaska. Whether you rechartering a boat to hunt for giant halibut in the deep waters of the Gulf of Alaska, or casting a line for the 5 species of Pacific salmon that run in these waters, you're in for a thrill. People come from all over the world for a chance to land a barn door halibut or a feisty king salmon. Even if you're a total beginner, local guides are fantastic and will get you set up for an unforgettable day on the water. Back on land, Seward itself has a charming, historic downtown with colorful murals depicting its rich history. From its founding as a railroad port to the devastating 1964 earthquake, you can visit the Alaska Sea Life Center, a world-class marine research and rehabilitation facility where you can get an even closer look at puffins, octopuses, and other local sea creatures. And don't forget to hike to the face of Exit Glacier, one of the most accessible glaciers in all of Alaska. You can literally walk right up to the edge of the ice and feel its cold breath. So, from the tidewater glaciers of Kenai Fjords to the incredible abundance of marine wildlife and world-class fishing, Seward offers a complete Alaskan coastal experience. It's a place where every direction you look, there's another postcard-perfect view, another chance for a wild encounter. It's a town that connects you directly to the raw, untamed spirit of Alaska. That's a wrap for Seward. I hope this inspired you to add this amazing port to your travel plans. Number 9. Kodiak Island. Ever dreamed of a place where giants roam and the landscape is so green it hurts your eyes in the best way possible? Welcome to Kodiak Island, Alaska, a land of rugged beauty and untamed wilderness. If you're an adventurer at heart, this place needs to be at the very top of your bucket list. Stick around and I'll show you why this Emerald Isle is an unforgettable destination. Let's talk about the island's most famous residents, the Kodiak brown bears. These aren't just any bears. They are the largest brown bears in the world. Seeing one of these magnificent creatures in its natural habitat is a truly humbling experience. Imagine watching a mother bear teach her cubs to fish in a rushing river or spotting a massive male patrolling his territory. It's a powerful reminder of nature's grandeur. To see them safely, you'll want to book a guided tour. Expert guides know the best and safest spots for viewing, ensuring you get that perfect photo without disturbing the wildlife. It's an encounter that will stay with you forever. But Kodiak is so much more than just its bears. The island itself is a spectacle. Picture this, rolling green hills that cascade down to meet the deep blue waters of the Pacific. It's nicknamed the Emerald Isle for a reason. The landscape is a breathtaking mosaic of lush mountains, dense spruce forests, and dramatic coastlines. Driving along the island's roads, you'll find yourself stopping every few minutes just to take in another stunning vista. Whether you're hiking through a mossy forest or kayaking along a secluded cove, the sheer beauty of Kodiak is overwhelming. It's a paradise for photographers and nature lovers alike. Now, what can you actually do on this incredible island? Well, if you love fishing, you've come to the right place. Kodiak is a world-renowned fishing destination. We're talking legendary salmon runs and halibut so big you'll need help reeling them in. You can charter a boat for some deep-sea fishing or find a quiet spot along a river to cast a line. It's not just about the catch. It's about being out there, surrounded by pristine nature. Beyond fishing, wildlife viewing is obviously a huge draw. Besides the famous bears, you can spot majestic bald eagles soaring overhead, playful sea otters floating in the kelp beds, and even whales breaching offshore during migration season. Every moment on Kodiak is an opportunity to connect with the wild. And don't forget to immerse yourself in the local culture. The town of Kodiak has a rich history with deep roots in Aleutic heritage and Russian colonial history. Visit the Aleutic Museum to learn about the island's indigenous people, or check out the Holy Resurrection Orthodox Cathedral with its iconic blue domes. The locals are warm and welcoming, with amazing stories to share about life on the island. And be sure to try some fresh, locally caught seafood. The salmon and crab are out of this world, from its giant bears to its stunning green landscapes and rich cultural tapestry. Kodiak Island offers an adventure that's both thrilling and deeply moving. It's a place that reminds you of the raw power and beauty of the natural world. It's a journey that will challenge you, inspire you, and leave you with memories to last a lifetime. So, are you ready to answer the call of the wild? Number 10. Sitka. Picture this. Snow-capped peaks forming a dramatic backdrop to a sparkling blue harbor, with lush green islands dotting the horizon. That's the everyday view in Sitka, located on Baranof Island in the Alaska Panhandle. This isn't just another pretty town. It's a place steeped in history and brimming with life. It's where different worlds collide in the most beautiful way. One of the first things you'll notice about Sitka is its unique cultural tapestry. This land is the ancestral home of the Tlingit people, whose rich traditions and powerful artistry are woven into the very fabric of the community. You can feel this history at Sitka National Historical Park, where intricately carved totem poles stand sentinel among the spruce and hemlock trees. Walking these trails, you're literally walking through centuries of stories. It's a profound experience, connecting you to the land and its original inhabitants. But there's another major thread in Sitka's story: its Russian heritage. For a time, this was the capital of Russian America, known as New Archangel. You can see this influence clearly in the skyline, dominated by the onion dome of St. Michael's Cathedral, an active Russian Orthodox church right in the heart of downtown. Stepping inside feels like stepping into another era. There's also the Russian bishop's house, one of the few surviving examples of Russian colonial architecture in North America. This blend of Tlingit and Russian history gives Sitka a character you won't find anywhere else in the state, or the country for that matter. Now, let's talk about the neighbors, and I don't just mean the friendly locals. Sitka is an absolute paradise for wildlife lovers. The waters of Sitka Sound are teeming with marine life. Imagine being out on a boat and seeing the fluke of a humpback whale rise gracefully from the water before it dives back into the deep. It's a moment that will stay with you forever. And it's not just whales. Playful sea otters float on their backs, cracking open shells on their chests. You'll see them everywhere, just bobbing along in the kelp beds. Look up and the show continues. Bald eagles are so common here, you might start to take them for granted. They perch on lampposts, soar over the harbor, and nest in the tall trees. It's a constant, majestic reminder of the wildness of this place. Whether you're hiking a coastal trail, kayaking through the serene island channels, or just strolling along the waterfront, you're always in the front row for an incredible nature documentary. But Sitka isn't just about looking at things, it's about doing things. The opportunities for outdoor adventure are endless. World-class fishing attracts anglers from all over the globe, hoping to land a massive salmon or halibut. The hiking is phenomenal, with trails ranging from easy coastal walks to challenging mountain ascents that reward you with breathtaking panoramic views of the Sound and the surrounding wilderness. After a day of exploring, the town itself is a warm and welcoming place. You can browse charming art galleries filled with local Tlingit and contemporary art, grab a coffee at a cozy cafe, or enjoy some of the freshest seafood you will ever taste. The community is tight-knit, creative, and deeply connected to the natural world around them. So, if you're looking for a destination that offers more than just pretty scenery, Sitka is your answer. It's a place that engages your senses, sparks your curiosity, and touches your soul. It's where you can witness the power of a whale's breach, stand in the shadow of a totem pole, and feel the pulse of a history that's still very much alive. It's a true Alaskan adventure, combining culture, history, and untamed nature in one unforgettable package. Thanks so much for joining me on this virtual trip to Sitka. If you've ever been, or if it's on your bucket list, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing travel stories. Until next time, keep exploring.